Kenneth Grant is the guy in this draft that never says die. It doesn't matter where the football is or who has it or what the play is. Kenneth Grant is going to track that ball down and be involved in the play. His motor is probably the best in this draft class, and he just has a relentless fire you want for a defensive lineman at the NFL level, which is why I'm excited to talk to you about him today. I'm also excited to say what team should draft Kenneth Grant and improve their odds for rebuilding their defense. Now, I know Kenneth Grant doesn't have any blowaway stats from this past season. 18 total tackles and 3 sacks. Not really with what you want to draft in a defensive lineman because you lack a lot of production there. But there's so much more with him while watching the film. Grant, first of all, is built like an NFL defensive tackle. He's 6'3" and weighs around 330 pounds. And he knows how to control blocks with his hands, manipulating the linemen. He has a really good swim move that he utilizes great in rush defense. He's powerful in one-on-one blocks and uses all that 330 pounds to his advantage. Now, I just said some good things. I think it's important to highlight one fact. At this moment, he doesn't offer much as a pass rusher. It leaves a lot to be desired. He doesn't have proper pad level on bull rushes and just lacks the top end speed you see with unstoppable interior pass rushers at the NFL level. But that's okay. Kenneth Grant brings a physical run-stuffing lineman that never gives up to the table. He chases people down from behind. He just doesn't quit, and it's something that really endears him to your eyes when you watch him play. A lot of things with defense you can say is effort. How much effort did they put into the play? Well, with Kenneth Grant, you don't have to worry about that effort at all. He just goes all out on every single play, which maybe you don't want him to necessarily do to help keep him fresher for the bigger plays in the game. But it's not a bad thing because it shows he cares. It shows he just wants to make the play and help his team win, which is very crucial for a defensive lineman. They're not the guys that are going to be recognized as the best players in the league typically. The amount of carnage defensive linemen have to show to be recognized as some of the best players in the league or just the defense in general is beyond expectations for a draft pick. But when you look at Kenneth Grant, you see a bunch of potential there with production on the film, not on the stat sheet. And that's very crucial when we talk about production. You may not necessarily have the stats, but you see it on the film. He doesn't give up. He makes good tackles when he's there. And he's always around the ball. He kind of just has a nose for the football, which is very crucial for NFL teams that can work with him and develop him. I truly believe Kenneth Grant can be a top-end defensive tackle in this league, especially if he's given to the right defensive coordinator in the right system. Now, which team do I think needs to draft Kenneth Grant? That'd be the Cincinnati Bengals. They just need to rework everything on that defense. If you saw my Jack Sawyer video, you know I placed him there in the second round. Well, I'm double dipping on getting this line built if I'm the Bengals. Their D-line got bullied and pushed around this past year. That is unacceptable for AFC North football. Kenneth Grant would help give them a pushback, a guy who doesn't give up and will do everything in his power to make the tackle. Just continuing building out that D-line, then worry about the rest of the defense, because if you can apply pressure from your line, or if you can just stop the run, do anything on your D-line that the Bengals could not do last year, you greatly improve the chances of getting Joe Burrow the football back, which for the Bengals is kind of their only strategy to win football games right now. Overall thoughts on Kenneth Grant is he's not a blowaway stats player, and I've said that a couple times, but he's an X's and O's player, the type of guy you need to build a championship defense with. He brings talent and work ethic, which can never be understated. Now, I don't know for certain if the Bengals draft him or if he'll be on the board at pick 17, but I just can't picture a world that a team needs major help on the defensive line, passes on a player that has skills, talent, potential, and the work ethic. He is a perfect box for a team that needs to rebuild the D-line, which also wouldn't shock me if someone traded up to draft him. He doesn't blow you away as much as Mason Graham does, his teammate, or Will Johnson, his other teammate. Michigan had a lot of great defensive players, but I don't know if they ever worked as hard as he did on the football field, which can never be understated, especially making the leap to the NFL, and where natural talent is not going to get you everything in the NFL. You can go around that in college, but in the NFL, you need X and O's acknowledgement, and you need to put in that work. I don't have any worries about that with Kenneth Grant, and I truly think he can be that top rush defender, defensive lineman, that maybe at some point develops some pass rush skills as well. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, I'd appreciate if you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, I'd appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. And hey, if you would like to share this, I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to grow this channel. I'm uploading NFL draft content every weekday. There's also a mock draft dropping this week at some point. I'm very excited for you all to see that. Thank you everyone for watching, and have a great day.